Our Golden Gate to Witsieshoek adventure began, as all great stories do, in a place called Karma Backpackers. Yes, karma, which felt appropriate. If we hadn't packed well, we'd soon find out what we did to deserve it. This was no ordinary hike. There were no guidebooks, there was no well-worn trail, and there were also no Instagram geotags. Just a GPS, some hopeful planning from our fearless leader Paul, and a vague sense of direction. We called it experimental, which is the polite way of saying we have no clue, but it will probably be fine. Come Friday, we jumped into a shuttle and were dropped off at the Golden Gate National Park. After a quick round of admin, gear checks and last-minute "what have I forgotten" panics, we waved off the shuttle and headed straight uphill. Spirits were high, and so was the altitude. I was in good company. Most had more Drakensberg experience than me. Some were even mountain guides. No pressure. We picked up a bit of the Reebok Trail, a lovely little number I'd hiked 2 years earlier. Soon we spotted the first wildlife, a herd of red hartebeests, elegant creatures who probably laughed at our backpacks as we passed. At one point we were hiking along a mountain ridge so narrow it felt like nature's version of a tightrope walk. Drops on both sides and views that slapped you with beauty from all directions. Our first major goal was Generaalskop, a proud peak standing at 2,757 meters. At 10 a.m. sharp, our leader called a halt, and nobody argued. Legs were tired, but hearts were happy. Shortly after, a dazzle of zebras trotted past. That's the official term, by the way, a dazzle, like nature's disco. We marched towards Generaalskop, then took a gentle detour around the summit, staying on the crest of the range. This would eventually steer us toward the Mononsa Pass Road. We reached the highest point of the day just after 11, crossing out of Golden Gate Park territory. Goodbye zebras, goodbye wildebeests. Hello, Malotti mammoths. Okay, they don't actually exist, but we were feeling whimsical. From here we spotted the Sentinel Peak in the distance, a dark, dramatic hulk of a basalt rock, guarding the entrance to the Drakensberg amphitheater. But that's Monday's business. Today it felt both impossibly far and oddly close. Time gets bendy up here. We continued along the Malotti Highland Ridge, at times walking the spine of the mountain, tracing its path for kilometers. It looked easy from a distance, but it wasn't. There were ups, there were downs, and then there were "where is the path" moments. And fences, lots of fences. Old, rusted, broken ones. No idea what they once guarded. Ghosts of grazing regulations, perhaps. By mid-afternoon, clouds were gathering with dramatic flare. Our first sign of Basotho territory, a flock of sheep and a rather surprised herd boy, the first of many we'd meet. Young, wrapped in blankets, staff in hand. The Basotho herders are the true kings of these mountains, living tough, quiet lives above 2000 meters. And then, of course, the rain came. We layered up, muttered prayers to the thunder gods and carried on. Our descent towards the Mononsa road was slippery. Some fell, some slid, everyone got muddy. We crossed briefly into Lesotho. Not that you'd notice. No fences, no signs. Just one step and, surprise, you're in another country. It was now after 5 p.m. and we were still on the hunt for a campsite. The first spot, scenic but no water, so we carried on. The second, bingo, flatter ground, great views and a nearby stream. We set up camp, wet, tired but triumphant. Day one of our experimental hike complete. No one got lost, no one got eaten. And best of all, we were still smiling. Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Not a cloud in the sky. Just the kind of view that makes you think, yeah, I could wake up to this for the rest of my life and not complain once. Naive? Maybe, but I welcomed the thought like coffee on a cold morning. Today, we trade the rolling Malotti Highlands for something a little more dramatic, the Drakensberg escarpment. Sounds impressive? It is. After the usual morning routine, wash face, eat food, pack stuff, repack stuff, we kicked off day 2 of our experimental hiking expedition. And almost immediately, donkeys. A drove of them, led by another Basotho herder. These animals are what we affectionately call Maloti mammoths, type 2, the first type being sheep. We'll get to the third soon. Spoiler, it moves. We kept crossing paths with herders, always from a distance. They'd greet us politely, somewhere between curious and suspicious, like we were a mild plot twist in their otherwise predictable day. Most of them were young, known as herd boys, or Palisana if you're feeling Lesotho. Speaking of livestock, enter the Maloti mammoth type 3, cows. We met a friendly couple. Well, I hoped they were friendly. The bull had that "don't even think about it" look in his eye. I gave him space. He let me pass. Everyone wins. These guys are next level tough. They spent months herding sheep, goats or cattle at altitudes above 2000 meters, without Wi-Fi or coffee machines. You must show me your house, huh? They're often self-taught in weather, animal care and traditional medicine. Basically a walking Swiss Army knife in gumboots. Along the way we heard whistling. Not the wind, not birds, actual coordinated human whistling. Turns out, Basotho herders use whistling as a form of long-distance communication. Then came the big climb. See that mountain over there? Yeah, that one. We're going almost all the way up. It should take the rest of the morning and probably part of my soul. Due to recent rains, everything was wet. Tent soaked? Check. Tent still soaked? Double check. So we started a daily ritual. Somewhere around midday, we'd stop, spread our wet tent like a weird picnic blanket and let it dry in the sun. One of the unexpected highlights, a fluffy flock of sheep. And I mean real fluffy. Come this way. Come this way. There we go. There we go. Run, 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 run. Come on, run, run. Yeah, run, 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 run. There were Doan Merinos, black-head Persians, mountain sheep, and of course the occasional black sheep, just to keep things interesting. You can come this way. You can come this way, yes, come this way. We had to wait for them to pass, like a VIP woolly parade. Trailing behind, their herder, wrapped in a Basotho blanket, gumboots and wielding a mini knopkerrie, a traditional wooden club that says, "I mean business, but I'm friendly." Then up again, to the top of the escarpment. We were being watched, probably by more herders, some visible, others blending into the landscape like mountain ninjas. The climb was steep but doable, unless you had jelly legs. By midday, storm clouds were forming, and you know what that means. Dramatic custom change ahead. Rain gear on, hikers looking like off-brand superheroes. Once on top, the trail took us from one mountain pass to the next. The first one we encountered, no clue what it's called, was stunning. I scrambled down for a better look. It was worth it. Every aching quad said so. Later, at 2,900 meters, we passed the ruins of an old ranger's hut. Once glorious, now a photogenic pile of used to be. Still, it made for great pictures. Hashtag wilderness vibes. We crossed a tributary of the Tsilanyane stream, clear, cold and babbling like a happy toddler. By late afternoon, we were once again on the hunt for a campsite. Found a spot close to water, maybe too close. The ground was squishy, but it was level-ish and we were tired, so it qualified as home. As we settled in, some curious cows dropped by. Persistent ones, clearly part of the local neighborhood watch. But hey, this is their home more than it is ours, right? Sunday morning. Not quite the crystal clear skies of yesterday, but still delightful. Cue the slow turn, a proper 360. Beauty in every direction, no filters needed. There's something truly magical about the mornings and evenings up here. Like the mountains are whispering secrets they won't share at noon. We keep spotting Sentinel Peak in the distance. It is getting closer, I think. Slowly. Possibly by millimeters. Another mountain pass. Again, no idea what it's called. Let's just name it the Oof My Legs Pass. It's beautiful, yes, but also steep and dramatic. Indeed, classic Drakensberg. More sheep. Some of them are so white they practically sparkle. We stared, puzzled. Self-cleaning sheep? Is this a new breed? And then the great mystery revealed. We witnessed an actual sheep wash. No, not a typo. A real, honest-to-goodness sheep wash. Midday meant our daily tent drying ritual. This time perched above 3000 meters. The sun was blazing, my face glowing, my nose lobster red. By early afternoon, nature did what it does best. Yup, rain. Again. Because, of course. We passed these amazing circular stone structures with small cairns on top. Maybe territorial markers. Maybe ceremonial sites. Maybe ancient mountain art installations. Whatever they were stunning, especially with the mist curling around them. The kind of place where your camera feels inspired and your feet feel exhausted. As the light softened, we started the daily quest: find the perfect camping spot. Eventually we found our patch of ground. Slightly sloped, slightly soggy, but good enough. Another tough, adventurous and ridiculously beautiful day behind us. Now we rest, sort of, until the cows come back. Monday, our last day in the mountains. More clouds today than yesterday, but hey, who's counting? Look at this, morning glory at its finest. No need for subtitles, just enjoy the show. Sentinel Peak must be getting close now. It's gotta be hiding right behind that ridge over there. So let's go. I mean, how hard can it be, right? Oh, okay. That's harder than I thought. But you know what? The view's worth it. Wow. Ineffable is the word here. Being above the clouds, that feeling is something special. Worth every drop of sweat, every aching muscle, and yes, every little grunt and groan. And there it is, the Sentinel. I could almost touch it. What a sight. It's still early and we're dangerously close to the famous chain ladders. Let's not wait until noon to dry our tents. 9 AM sounds like a reasonable time. Some of us take the chance to hike to Tugela Falls, others head for water, and some just sit and soak it all in. Life is beautiful. Everyone wins. A big cairn marks where we need to descend for the chain ladders. Now, if you haven't heard of the Sentinel Peak chain ladders, let me set the scene. Imagine 2 vertical metal ladders about 15 to 20 meters long, bolted into a sheer cliff. Yep, those ladders. They're iconic and a little bit terrifying, but also totally worth it. The ladders are sturdy but swingy, especially when the wind picks up or when someone's having a very enthusiastic climb above you. But don't worry, once you're done with the adrenaline rush, the rest is pretty smooth sailing. From the chain ladders to the Sentinel car park is a short but scenic 6 km downhill. It's the kind of trail that makes your legs reconsider everything, while your eyes are too enchanted by the scenery to care. The trail descends beneath the towering shadow of the Sentinel, carving its way through a realm of sweeping vistas and veiled, cloud-draped corners. Each turn holds its breath, part revelation, part mystery. Shortly before reaching the car park, we bump into a school group heading up for a night on top. One person carried a yellow flag with a blue crown and a red sign below. We asked what it meant, and he said, "The Messiah is coming." What a nice bunch of folks. Love the optimism. We hit the car park around 11:30. But that's not the end, folks. Oh no, we still have to make it to Witsieshoek Mountain Lodge, another 7 kilometers. The views are still top-notch. One last look at the lofty peaks, the winding valleys and that huge sky that's been our ceiling for the last few days. And just when you think the descent will never end, there it is, Witsieshoek Mountain Lodge. Like a mirage, but real, and full of promises, food, comfort and bragging rights. We've made it. 4 days, countless riches, 0 regrets.
Knows me better than I know myself, so I'm gonna let it do all the talking. Came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse on a chair.